Okay, welcome everybody to the Mario 3 Randomizer Tournament 2022 Group H tiebreaker between glutamic acid and Japezu. This will be a one-off match with the flag set being all panels are question mark panels and tourney bracket. Oh, except for forts and the tourney bracket settings. So there will be no end cards. All of the regular panels will be a question mark. So any kind of logic that you would do based on the number of a panel, like say 210 panels, indicating the number of forts, that's out the window. Also, all the hand stages will be, or the hand icons in World 8 will also be question mark panels. So you can't just walk past them. You have to either cloud them or clear them. So that should provide a little bit of interesting 8 routing there. I'm sorry. I'm the dude who's adorable, and I'm joined here with High Flyer 28.
Hey, what's up? Glad to be here. This is going to be very exciting.
To answer the question from Craig, forts are not question marks. So it's just the regular stages. Like you won't see the sun stage, for instance. But yeah, forts are still forts.
I think plant levels are the only exception, I think you were telling me.
Yeah, the plant levels are still in their same spot, and they're still plants.
Yeah, if anything, I don't know if you mentioned it already. I'm already forgetting. I think it's just you won't just know the 10 tile logic. All right, World 4.
All right, we see a bridge and a lock right away. We have not seen any forts, so they're going to be on the right side of the map.
Oh. Oh. You hate to see the start of a fire, bro.
Yeah.
Even if it's just one, those things can be really tricky.
Oh, and the two forts actually work out pretty well on the other side here. They are... Oh. First fort is 7F2, and Japezu takes a little unfortunate stumble here. We might be seeing the 7-fort chain up with Fort Knox as the other fort. We'll see.
Yeah, very good possibility, as they do tend to pair up together.
Both runners picking their way through 7F2 here. My favorite fort.
Well, it's got to be somebody's favorite fort, because it ain't mine.
Yeah, I was saying that in chat when Cards Fan was slagging on this fort the other day, and you know, I just feel like it's going to come back to haunt me where I'm going to be running a race with him commentating. He'll get 7F2. I'll get 7F2, and then it won't go so well. But all right, we're seeing a pretty synchronized boom boom here.
Yeah, despite the 2 deaths Japezu suffered already, you know, Japezu can, you know, caught up pretty quickly. But the only thing Acid has going for him is the extra item from the Hammer Bro,
which was a hammer. So it did build the bridge.
Wow, yeah. Very nice. Right off the bat, both players are going for the gambling or just checking instead of just playing the other fort right away instead of having to go back. I like it. I really do like it.
And here you'll see that time work itself out again. And Japezu is going to get the hammer. Could have skipped the hammer brother with the screen transition, but chose not to do so. That's very, very good.
Alright, let's see how many stomps it takes for Iggy. So far 2, but not an Earthquaker. Alright. Acid breaks good work of Iggy, but Japezu is going to enter small. Let's see how Japezu fares against Iggy.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that the only power-up on the airship was a star, but yeah, it has no trouble at all.
Not a 5-hitter, but pretty close. 4 is just as bad. Yeah,
so
I was actually a little worried. The fire bro Japezu did entered with a star, and then the bro that was on the first row of blocks, it didn't seem like the game wanted to crush the block onto the fire bro. I was a little worried Japezu was gonna run out of that star and take another death.
Right. Especially with having to be small in the water.
Ugh.
Alright, so we're seeing 2-3 with a boss bass here, and Atomic dancing with him a little bit.
Very normal of 2-3 to have a boss pass.
Japezu is going for the little bit quicker strat there at the end of the level. It's a little less safe, but he makes it through. See our first hand stage on Glutamic's side. The hand levels will all be the same for any hand stage that we're going to face. We're going to find out what it's going to be, and it's a leaf.
Not bad, not bad. Better than a music box.
Yeah.
Ooh, I saw a coin chip up there. Let's see if either player goes for that. Or has to.
Yeah. Atomic heads into 5F2, takes a hit here, but grabs a Starman to make the rest of this somewhat academic.
No surprise, Japezu goes for the speedrun strat, just takes the damage boost.
Just gonna gain him a little bit of time here.
Yeah, the level can be done just the way Japezu did. Pretty simple. It's usually that first enemy after the row of question blocks. Sometimes you're either gonna take damage or maybe just damage boost right through it if you have a leaf.
Okay, so Glutamic's gonna get the knowledge first. Japezu's just gonna go straight for the pipe, and Glutamic's gonna he's gonna change his mind and go use the hammer right now and skip a level.
Very interesting.
I guess we'll find out what level that is. No, he changed his mind. They're both going to make the same play. We get 1-2 with an angry sun.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out for them because we still have World 6 to go. We still have, World 3 that you can possibly use 2 hammers if you were able to get them, but we'll see. But in a way, this is just going to keep it even closer between these two.
Yep. Very close race so far. And not surprising, in Group H play, Paradox 64 went 6-0. These two both went 3-3, and they went 1-1 against each other. So we're looking at a pretty evenly matched fight here. Dual fire kills here.
And just like that, Japezu takes the lead. We'll give him the audio.
Any guesses in chat on the next world?
Yeah, it seems like everyone in chat is pretty much agreeing with each other that they probably should have saved that hammer. But like I said, I mean, it just kept it closer. I mean, they're both even, so we'll see if they are both it's gonna end up paying out for them, or they're just gonna struggle together.
Yeah. Right here we have a route divergence where Atomic is on the 1-5 beta, and the Japezu is on 6. I don't remember the panel of this. The auto scroller from
6-2.
6-2.
If I saw that correctly, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one that had the ice block in the beginning with the item?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's 6-2.
Oh, wait, no, it's processing 6-7. Okay.
Oh, 6-7. I always get them confused for some reason.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Good to have people looking out for us. Yeah.
Oh, that's
now we're on
6-2.
6-2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Again,
Yeah, I don't.
A virtual sync here.
I'm a Warpless speedrunner. I don't do hundo that often.
Yeah, and there'd be no reason to want to play the auto scrollers, I suppose. You didn't have to. Okay, we're gonna see our fort here, and it's 4F1.
Ooh.
Okay, Gutamic taking the top route, Japezu taking the bottom route. Got real up close and personal with that flame, but makes it through just fine. And we'll have the fire kill here.
Yeah, Japezu will be a little bit behind, but I think Japezu just wanted to maintain that fire flower, which I don't blame them at all.
Yeah. Alright, 6-1 with the boss pass.
Oh, whoa! What? The boss pass didn't eat him? Japezu ran right into it!
Hey,
as soon as I saw the boss pass on Acid's screen, I saw Japezu run just straight through. I was like, this ain't gonna be good. Or is that normal? I could have sworn. I mean, if it was me, boss pass would have eaten me as soon as I started the level.
Alright, as we see, Glutamic heading through 2-4 now. Japezu right behind, and with the fire flower, that's going to help with these Hammer Brothers. Like, very good P-speed strats. Ooh.
Oh.
Old Sledgy.
Yeah, Japezu maintains the lead since Acid had to fight the Hammer Bro.
Yeah, Japezu just fought that one before the level.
Yeah.
Glutamic's gonna fly over the mast. And we're gonna see what Lawrence has in store for us. 2 hits. I'm thinking we're gonna see 3 next.
Say World 7.
Alright. And a frog suit from the princess. Alright.
Alright.
2 forts right off the bat.
Oh. Different strategies here. Acid's gonna get some knowledge of pipes.
And it's
sees 2 locks, but can't see the bridge since that lock was right in the way.
Alright, both runners taking a bit of a damage boosting route through 5F1. Yeah, I mean, it's the boring fort. You want to be out of there as quickly as you can. Now Japezu is going to get the knowledge. And see that the lock's out of the way, and he's got the full path. Will Glutamic go back and check it? Yes, he will. Okay. As Japezu heads into 1 airship here. And we'll see what Lemmy has for us.
2 hits
Not
as well.
much.
That only means Wendy's gonna be a 5-hitter Quaker.
Yeah. This is just setting up for worse fights.
Yeah, this is probably one of the fastest World 6s I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, and as Pro's pointing out in chat, it was actually a 3-fort world because there was a bridge out as well. So, it just happened to be that fort and a very free 6 and 13 minutes going into your 5th world is pretty dang good. We may be on pace for a sub 30 here. We'll see. Like I said, the 8 routing is going to be a little bit tougher, but we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, we got 5-2 with no boss pass. Instead, it looked like it was a shoe.
Just kind of fell down the hole.
Oh, we're seeing 7-5.
And with a sun. Okay, this is not the worst.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Clip here. Oh, and he got it. Nice.
Nice.
Which keeps the sun despawned there. Atomic takes a hit coming up. Ooh, and it's gonna maybe use an item?
Yeah. Might have a P-Wing. I don't know. Oh, just gonna cloud over it.
Okay.
Alright, but cannot take a death here or else it's gonna be a wasted cloud.
Yeah.
Japezu tried to clip through the block there, but missed it, ended up taking damage.
Yeah, if there's a level that you want to cloud, it's this one. It's just... there's really not a quick way to do it, even with the power-ups.
Yeah, unless you know the P-Wing speedrunning strat, where you can clip the first pipe and you can just pretty much go through the rest of the level with the P-Wing, yeah, there's really no other way.
Atomic is finding 3F1 here. And we're going to go ahead and give him the audio. Finds the 6th door is the correct door, surprisingly enough. Takes out Boom Boom. As Japezu keeps the tunnel P-speed. I know the any percent and 100% Hundo runners enjoy.
Yeah, as we usually call the MFP tunnel.
Okay. As Atomic is going through 4-5 here. No problem.
Is this a troll pipe? No, it's not. But there is a lock still, so 1-4 still needed.
Yeah. But it's easily accessible. So.
Yeah.
And it's 3F2. Okay.
Yeah, not hiding behind, 4 levels, a few hammer bros.
Yeah, and in World 3 we have 3F1 and 3F2. Thanks, Fred.
But it is not a valid seed because 3F2 is not in World 8.
True.
I'm sorry, chat. You can blame it on me. I rolled it. you don't have to blame Magoo this time. I rolled the seed. Yeah, if you want the valid seed, you gotta hit up Diesel.
Right. Japezu thinking about it and gonna end up making the wrong decision here and end up playing 2-5. He doesn't know that.
Acid getting a cloud from the hammer bro.
Ooh, nice clip by Glutamic there. Right through the mast. And we're gonna see if we see that 5-hit Wendy or not.
Acid despawns the flame there at the very end.
He was waiting for it too.
Oh, Wendy is not an Earthquaker. But so far, 3 hits.
5
4,
hits.
yep, definite 5. We definitely saw that coming. Even the arena was a friend.
All right, now Japezu has found 3F2. That's, and that we know that that's the solution. So he'll be right behind.
World 5. So World 7 is the last world.
All right.
That's gonna be a very interesting interesting world coming up.
Yeah. All right, so Plutonic heading into 5-8 here. Kind of have to duke it out a little bit, or just damage boost and.
Ooh. Oh, very interesting. Acid just clouds right over the level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna find out that yeah. Chooses the level over the fort, which it's gonna end up helping him with this beta stage because it's shorter than most forts that are remaining.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was a lock before the castle, so there is no fort required to get to the castle. I think one of them is just going to build the bridge, and there might have been a lock somewhere I just didn't see right away. Oh!
Oh no. Okay.
You hate to see it. Yeah, there must have been a lock in the bottom section then, because it's not up here.
Yeah. I'm just going to try to be a little bit more careful here. And we'll pick his way through this level and make it out.
Alright, Japezu's gonna get the cat off the keyboard, make it to World 5.
Ooh,
oh,
yeah, that level's
Yeah.
always tough with that enemy set.
Yeah, the fire snake and chomp set. Yeah, it's it's always laggy in the very beginning, no matter what you do. Even if you go in with the star, it's still gonna be laggy until you get rid of those enemies.
Yeah.
We're gonna see the level that was skipped actually, and it was 4-6. Not terrible. Sometimes
Yeah.
Boss Bass makes an appearance. But we don't see Boss Bass this time, but I bet you if they would go in the door, it might show up then.
Yeah, he's always kind of lurking here on 4-6.
Ooh. Oh. Alright, Japezu gets through.
And makes it through, okay. So Japezu a couple stages behind, but if he wants to start using his clouds, it might be the time. Thinking about it. Thinking hard. Put them to sleep. Okay, and gonna go ahead and get items.
This. Yeah. Yeah, Japezu ran out of regular power-ups, so I like the play here. I really like the play. And we're gonna get a raid from SpeedGaming 2. Welcome on in, everybody. We are right now commentating on a randomizer tiebreaker match. Winner gets to go to, well, depending on who the winner is, winner gets to go to the bracket stage. If it's Acid, Japezu would be knocked out, unless there's a wild card. I don't know how the wild card works in this. Magoo, you probably know more about it than I do.
I think it's like you said, where Japezu would be out with a loss, but Glutamic would not be because of his average clear times right now.
Right. Yeah, so more pressure on Japezu than Acid right now, basically.
Yeah, we're gonna see World 7 next, and then the Great Equalizer, and it's gonna be really interesting with the question mark tiles instead of the hands, because if Japezu keeps these clouds and those end up coming in handy in 8, that could really swing things quite a bit.
Yeah, and if anyone from that raid is unfamiliar with what's going on right now with the tiles being question marks, this is just the flag set used for tiebreakers. Makes things a little more interesting. The logic of knowing how many forts are required is not as easy to figure out unless you go exploring a little bit, basically.
And so we saw one lock here at the end of 7.
Ooh, these fire chomps are just out for blood. Oh my god, they just don't stop. They are out for Acid's lunch money.
Yeah. Alright, Japezu sees the same thing and is gonna go back.
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh, we're gonna see 7-2, and Acid's just not gonna have any business. It wants no part of it at all.
Yeah,
At least going in small.
Makes sense to grab the P-Wing here. It skips the turn back. Yeah, oh, and then that Patui sitting there, like the nipper, the fire nipper set is just not a fun enemy set.
No, not at all. We wouldn't know that.
No. But he uses the P-Wing to good effect and gets through there.
Yeah, Paradox in chat says Fire Nipper in 7.5 is a joy. I think your version of joy there is a little different than my version of joy.
Is it 7-1 actually that you? I think 7-1 in an old version of the Rando had the had fire nippers, and then everybody begged Fred, and he took it out. So
yeah, I think that was a discussion not too long ago, actually.
Yeah, I remember that. So that was really unfun. Alright, Japezu uses the P-Speed strat to get through 7-2. It's just, interesting. It's another way to do it. It's a little bit faster way to do it, too.
But also risky, especially knowing that Patui was there. He could have probably took a little too, maybe before getting to it, could have took damage again, and yeah, could have went sour for sure.
Okay, so 2F was the solution there. All right, so Thomas going to try the clip once.
Yeah, that's definitely not a level you want to enter with the tail, because there's no way you can not have to end up going through the pipe.
Yeah.
The one level you wouldn't mind being small.
Alright, so Lukaku's probably going to music box here. Yep. And head on through to the last airship. And it's 4 ship.
Yeah, might as well, since Music Box won't be needed for World 8.
Not at all. It's just a hop, skip, and jump into Ludwig. He's a high jumper and manages to avoid the hitbox, and it's a 2-hitter.
Japezu tried to do the big Mario jump, but it was not successful, so ends up having to go in the pipe.
Yeah, but really very close, and with the cloud advantage that he has, yeah, we'll see how the routing turns out in 8 here. As we know, World 8 is the great equalizer, and what kind of guesses we got in chat for bridges?
Yeah, how many bridges?
Alright, I see 2 from Mew Mew Fan, I see 4 from Herbcelis, I see 1 from True Hyper Mario, Timo Rock says 0, Chronos is another 0, 3, pie.
And I knew True Hyper Mario would be watching this because Japezu is from Finland and so is True Hyper, so definitely got some support from the Finland community in here. Cheering on Japezu.
Yeah, shout out to the Finnish runners. As Japezu gets a really nice P-speed run through that airship, so that made up quite a bit of time there. As Atomic hits through 6F2. And that broke a lock on this screen. Okay.
One less bridge. Yeah, and both tanks are in here, so one might be the fake one, like that you might have to play through anyway, and the other one will be required afterwards, or it could just be one you want first. We don't know yet.
Okay, looks like we're going this way. Japezu's going to get the same knowledge. And we'll see. Maybe not. Oh no, he's going to go ahead and play 6F2.
Ooh, little lag there from the blooper. Oh no, just couldn't jump over it.
Yeah, okay, so gonna get a little more pipe check here. Okay, there's a lock that blocks nothing. So we're down to 2 potential bridges.
Yeah. Yep, there's another lock, so there's 3, so there's only 1 bridge.
Alright, so
unless there's another one, yeah.
He's got a choice to make here. He's a little confused, but he's got to play one of those tanks.
Well, I think if I saw correctly, they're both right on top of each other, so yeah, I don't think there was a lock. Was there a lock blocking it? I didn't see.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, there is one bridge. Oh, it could be that Navy right there.
Yeah.
Unless the Navy's gonna have to make him go back.
Yeah, so Navy is super tanks, which counts as a fort in Randomizer because it ends in a boom boom. The other, the regular tanks ends in a Hammer Brothers, so it does not count as a fort.
Which is why we call it the fake tank.
Yeah.
And the easiest way to know which one it is if you're on the part of on the map where the screen closes in when you select a level. If the tank disappears, it's the fake one. Good tip for everybody that ever thinks about doing randomizer.
I actually did not know that.
Yeah,
gonna get the P-speed strat here and make up a little ground.
Oh, never mind. They weren't on top of each other. I just saw that incorrectly. Okay. But yeah, just wanted to give out a shout out to Stewie Cartman for actually teaching me that.
Yeah, that's really good to know. And Atomic flies through the Navy.
Ooh, Japezu realizing that did not create the bridge and has to go back. But it looks like Acid might have the solution, unless it just breaks the lock where the Air Force icon is. It does.
Okay.
Okay, so right. Acid will have the solution here.
Yeah, it has to be the solution. And 6F3 Carpet Fort. One that I see just about every seed. But,
yeah.
Atomic getting a very good P-speed run through there.
Oh, Japezu goes for the...
Oh, he ends up picking the wrong tank, but it's just going to cost him 100 coin fine.
No, the Japezu did do the tank, which is why I was confused.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting.
Maybe the nerves are kicking in and just went the wrong way.
Yeah, I mean, you got to feel like if you're in a pretty jet seat like this, that you're getting a little worried.
Yep, and Acid does have the solution on to Bowser's Castle. But Japezu could make up some time here, since Acid does not have the hammer suit. And I don't think Japezu does either. But...
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think I remember seeing either having the hammer suit. Maybe hope to get a fire flower in the castle.
Yeah, that's the hope.
Yeah, because
go for it here and get it.
Yeah. If Acid goes for that clip, I mean, Acid could have trouble with the clip. We never know. That clip is never friendly.
Yeah, it just tries it once and goes ahead.
Which is smart. We'll just see how the fireballs and lasers treats Acid.
A little tough there.
Ooh, very nice maneuvering. Oh, no laser scam.
Oh, and he loses the fire right away. Okay.
Oh no.
He's gonna have to beat this the old-fashioned way.
I think Acid will still get this. Japezu is really far behind.
Yeah, it's close, but just not close enough.
Oh
and,
no! It
yeah.
takes a dive into the marinara. Oh no.
But Glutamic has taken 2 hits now. Yeah, if anybody doesn't know what they're looking at, Bowser does not have a hitbox on the bottom half. It, for some reason, he falls out of the stage. Get your GGs in chat for Glutamic Acid, who will be moving on.
Yeah, GG for Acid. Very nice. Unfortunately, Japezu looks like the road ends here.
Yeah. Very well-run race by both of them. This was outstandingly close.
Yeah, and from what I can remember, it's going to come down to that very start at the beginning of the seed where Japezu, took 2 deaths to the Fire Bro in 7F2. That's definitely some...
He still managed to come back a little bit. It was just, yeah, there were certain spots where, just Glutamic was executed a little bit better. Had 1 or 2 routing advantages, but yeah, and I think Japezu ended up finishing with a cloud or 2 as well, unfortunately. So
yeah, and if I remember right, Acid skipped 7-5 after trying it. I think Japezu ended up playing it through. So yeah, there's definitely some differences that can make up for it.
Yeah, I'm being informed that he used the clouds. Okay.
Yeah, because Acid skipped 4-6 that Japezu ended up playing also.
And unfortunately, Japezu also lost the Fire Flower, so he's going to have to wait Bowser out here. But
yep, incoming cuddle strats. You like to see some cuddle strats?
Yeah, just give the big guy a hug.
He just wants some love.
Alright, get your GGs in for Japezu as well. Just a fantastic race by both runners.
Yeah, GG's indeed. Yeah, it looks like Diesel's trying to get Acid loud and clear before coming into the post interview.
Okay.
I think Acid's having trouble with Mike.
Yeah, so Glutamic Acid finishes with an official race time GG time of 34 minutes and 39 seconds. Japezu finishes with 36 minutes and 26 seconds. Really not a lot, like, not a blowout. That was as close as we thought it was going to be, given, they'd already been 1-1 against each other. That was, just... Whew.
Paradox in chat says, "Are we getting the seeding revealed?" I do not know, and even then, we still have another tiebreaker later, so I don't think that would happen until after the tiebreaker's done, I would assume.
Yeah, I think that would be the case. Yeah.
Yeah, and the later matches tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern between Leslie Pro and Budsy RNG.
Should be another fantastic race, actually.
Oh, there we go. We're joined by Glutamic Acid. GG's and congratulations.
Thanks, GG's. It's quite a nice seed, I think.
Yeah, you're welcome. I guess.
Yeah, that was an interesting 6. It was like a very jet 6, and yeah, there were a lot of just, it was, things just kind of moved right along.
Yeah, I think like 6 was pretty easy. Even like 5 wasn't too bad. 7 wasn't too bad. I was a bit worried about 6 because I used my hammer in World 2, so I was hoping that like it wouldn't be a case where you needed in 6. So the fact that 6 was pretty quick kind of was a bit of a relief.
Yeah, in the beginning, I was gonna say in the beginning, both of you pretty much, for the most part, did the same routing. Both of you did use your hammers in World 2, so the race was pretty close for most of the seed.
Yeah, I think like it was fairly solid. I think I had a couple of deaths in World 5, like on I think after died on 2 consecutive levels after being reasonably solid up to there.
Yeah, I think it was on 6-4. 6-4 caught you with the fire chomp and snakes in the very beginning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, no real like demons. It was very linear World 8.
Yeah, it was interesting. You actually saw 7-5 and then skipped it, and Japezu actually ended up playing it. But yeah, it was very neck and neck there for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I think like 7-5. I saw the angry sun. I thought, let's not even bother trying this.
And then in World 5, you skipped what ended up being 4-6 before the pipe. And Japezu,
Okay. Yeah.
Japezu didn't skip it either, so yeah, I don't remember what Japezu ended up skipping, but yeah, I think those were the only differences I can remember. Just Japezu ended up playing more levels or longer levels, I would say.
Yeah, there were a couple of, like, I guess, right at the beginning, there was the 50-50 forts, and you had to do, and it was 7F2, a kind of forced 7F2, where the first item block is only a 1-up. It's not the nicest start. And you're thinking, is it going to be like one of these seeds? But like, I think also when you get through a level like that, it does settle you down a bit. Particularly when you realize it's actually the right fort, and you think, okay, right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, it's always it's encouraging to go into 7F2 small and then kill it. It's Japezu actually had a little trouble with 7F2 right away, and yeah, so that can really kind of put your nerves standing up on end right at the beginning of a race like that.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing it can vary. Well, I think I saw this a little bit the last time I raced, and I think like last time we played in the group stage, we had like one race was a blowout in my favor, and the other was a blowout in his favor. And it's just when you have like a tricky level and everything just snowballs, particularly early in the game, and you're thinking, oh yeah, let's just try and avoid that.
So, any thoughts on the bracket stage coming up?
Yeah, I'm just pretty happy to be there. I'm sure, like, I think it kind of gets to this stage. It doesn't really matter too much who you play. It's going to be really, really tricky. No matter who. But yeah, I'm quite excited for it.
All right. It looks like Japezu is not going to join us. He's just
No, Japezu usually doesn't join interviews. I don't think he can speak English that well.
Yeah, I noticed.
So he usually just declines them.
Yeah, I noticed from seeing the chat that it was like his English looked a little broken. But yeah, I was going to see if he wanted to come try, but that's fine. And so yeah. So do you have any final thoughts for us, Glutamic?
No, just thanks. I look forward to watching it back. Yeah, thanks again for giving up your afternoon for commentating, and thanks.
No problem.
For the restreams.
Thanks for giving us a good show. All right, so on behalf of Speed Gaming, we thank you all for watching, and be sure to tune in tonight to the second tiebreaker match between Leslie Pro 04 and Budsy RNG at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And that'll be commentated by Lost Cards Fan 23 and Fearon Burgundy. It'll be on Speed Gaming 2. Do you have any final thoughts, High Flyer?
No, I mean, despite some of the worlds, being a little bit quick, which is, normal in randomizer to experience, there was still a lot of jank, some good entertainment, and I can't wait to see the match tonight.
Alrighty. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody.
All right, you too.